Hey, what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye, here today to talk about something from Pix Labs, and that is the FlashQ F Plus wireless trigger system. Don't mind me, I have a lot of notes to talk about this, a wireless system, but I recently picked up the FlashQ F Plus wireless system. It's another alternative to a lot of things out there, especially the more expensive pocket wizards, all that kind of stuff out there. It's under $100, and I just really wanted to cover this kit. With this kit, like you'll see in this video I'm going to throw up, you get 2 receivers and 1 transmitter. So, and it's a cold shoe, so it pretty much works with every camera out there. It's just recommended when you're using the receivers, you don't use older flashes and everything like that, especially the old manual flashes, but pretty much Sony, Olympus, Leica, Nikon, Canon, it doesn't matter, Pentax, it works because it's a cold shoe. It has just one little pin, like I'll show you here, on the transmitter, and it just universally works, and it's pretty cool. So this was something that Pix Labs did through, I think, like an Indiegogo. I don't think it was a Quickstarter, and it went really, really well. It got funded. It's a very popular thing, and they reached out to try and see, what my opinion was on this, and this is something that can be useful. And I'm really going to kind of go into what market this is for. So if you're looking at this, once again, the F Plus kit is $55 to $59, all depending on the colors. Yes, you get actual colors with these things, which is actually pretty cool because it's just not the simple black color or something like that. You get white, black, blue, or pink. Once again, the price is depending on what the colors. And as you see through this video, I picked the white just because it's something more unique and it stands out more, and it's just something that I want. But they do have a kit with one transmitter and 1 receiver for $39 if you only want to do one type of thing. But I like multiple flashes, so that's something that you can easily use, and it's pretty much plug and play. It comes all 3 come synced together. You can use up to 8 simultaneously, which is actually really cool. And they have over 160 radio channels, all that kind of stuff. So that way you could dial in specifically what you need if there's interference. But you can use update at one time, and it's pretty much plug and play. You open the transmitter, you pull out the battery tab, and they use a watch battery. It's the CR2032 watch battery, just so that way they can keep the voltage down, everything like that, light and compact, and keep them small. Just a couple quick specs. It does 1/250th of a sync speed power, 2.47 hertz of a signal, and it's rated to 100K fire life, which is actually pretty interesting. It does have, and it is very simplistic, as you see in this close up here. In the receivers, it has 2 buttons and a light indicator. So the one button on the left is the power, the other button is the test, and you'll see the lights kind of correspond accordingly. And on the transmitter, which is very weird, the buttons are inverse, they're switched. I don't know why, that's a little bit confusing, but just keep that in mind. If the light is green, it means it's on. If it's red, that means you're in firing mode, you're triggering and testing. And if you're in blue, that means you're pairing, maybe you bought a new one or something happened, that means you're pairing them. Now, the weird thing about it is, if you're turning that off, it also turns green. So don't expect red when turning it off. So that's just something that's interesting to keep in mind. They also come with sync cords in case you're using strobes. You can use them on there. As I said, they're very lightweight and they hide away and stow away pretty easily in any bag. They're not bulky. So here it is right here. I'm going to just, kind of put it right here. These don't have a lock on them, so, they can go in and out, but it actually has a nice long throw in regards to the thread right here, so it actually sits in really well, and especially in in the camera shoe, which I'll show you in a close-up on my Nikon D700, and I'll show you my Sony A6000 in a second. It is made pretty well for what it is, but it is plastic. Don't expect you're getting anything hugely highly built, mechanically army or anything like that, but it is what it is. So in testing this, I found that it's flimsy using big flashes. So I don't know 100% if I would trust, if I would trust this 100% on a stand, but it's just something to keep in mind. As you see, I have a nice stand here and a thing, and it's just a little wobbly, and it is screwed in there pretty well. So that's something to keep in mind. These flashes, it's not the sturdiest in the world. I think that these are more of, in general, maybe using these off camera, holding these wise, something like that. And I think that that's why they work really, really well with the mirrorless market. And as they brand it as well, and you see a lot of their videos, you're also going to see that as well. And I just think it fits well. It looks sleek. It looks sexy, especially especially with the Sony a6000, and it just works. It's not bulky, it's light, it's just there, you know, which is very, very nice. And it, you know, a lot of these cameras, you know, sometimes these are bigger and it won't let you use, if you need to use the built-in flash or something like that, this will actually let you. It's really nice, and I think it's just, it's a good alternative for what it is. Two of the last things I'll cover is its reliability and consistency, you know, and it does shoot okay to up to an okay distance. But I mean, if you go over a yard away or something like that, while some others may, you know, hold up well, it doesn't fire. It's not very consistent. You might get a nice, you know, flash out of it. But, you know, consistency-wise, if you're going, you know, higher speeds, if you're shooting quicker, it doesn't hold up that well. So it's good if you have a nice slow-paced environment, if that's what you want to do. And, you know, so I think a strong point is the mirrorless market, the way it handles those, plus some of those flashes are a little smaller in some regards. And, it's, you know, it's very portable, so street, fill flash type thing. And it's just, you know, consistent for slower workflows in regards to flash. So you can't fire this thing off continuously and expect this system, this flash, the FlashQ Plus system to keep up with it. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. Thanks so much for watching this video about the FlashQ Plus kit system. I actually really enjoyed it. I give it, you know, I'd say a 3.5 out of 5, maybe because it's ease of use. You're not confusing. You're not going through a bunch of channels. You don't have to pair anything up. They come prepared. It's under $100. As I said, the kits range between $55 to $59 shipped, or $39 for, you know, one receiver, one transmitter. And it's just something to keep in mind compared to other alternatives out there. If you want to use something more portable, you know, street, candid, fill flash, mirrorless targeted, and a little bit of a slower workflow, if that's not important to you, this is a really cool system of flash triggers that you can use. If you guys and girls have any questions or comments about this, please write those down below. And if you get one of these, or if you own these, please tell your experience down below as well. It's a really cool product.